Hello everyone, and welcome to a video talking about Steam game releases in January 2024. There are no not safe for work games in this listing. Those will be featured on my Patreon page instead. And this listing does not feature every single release on Steam in January, by the way. It's just the ones that caught my eye and maybe some of the ones that you'd be interested in if you happen to miss over them, which a lot of people do. I'm starting here at January because I have a lot of games on my wish list, and a lot of games I ignore, and then there's all the ones in between that I have not looked at, and it's really annoying to see all of them on the Steam store page. So I just wanted to go through them and either ignore or wish list. That way I can check them off in the search and they're no longer there for me to look at. And it'd be nice to clean everything up like that, despite my wish list growing bigger and bigger by the day. Oh well, I know I'm not gonna buy all those games. They're just there in case. But anyway, here's some of the games from January 2024 released on Steam. Hamster Hunter. You're playing as a student heading home for an annual family reunion. Once you arrive, you notice your family is missing. You then embark on a search to find out what happened to them. Along the way, you get this hate for hamsters that then turns into a hunt. You then hunt and torture them in the name of revenge for your family. The Legend of Ogorets, number 4, Warren. You're aboard a ship headed straight for the center of the galaxy. The Legend of Ogorets is a series featuring mature, action-packed, character-driven adventures in post-apocalyptic settings. Your choices matter. Number 4 is the adventurer Warren, an energetic mercenary, embarks upon an epic journey to find the perfect place to plant our telescope at night. Extraordinary Immortal. Extraordinary Immortal tells the story of a 700-year time loop. Karina suddenly receives a mysterious letter, in which the sender informs her that there is one thing she must complete on her own, or else all the efforts to save the world from 3 years ago will become entirely meaningless. Jump Penguin Final. This is the final chapter of the Jump Penguin series. This is a classic platformer game where you aim for the goal with simple controls. Touch the giant penguin in the sky. Missing a giant penguin? Hit the jump to find out. Find Room 96. You are trying to find Room 96, but you're stuck in a loop. To find Room 96, observe your surroundings and get familiar with it. On floor 0, you'll be presented with an area to study the layout of objects. The timer will start once you are ready to play. The correct decision will move you up a floor, and the incorrect decision will reset you back to the beginning. Observation is key. Hire Me. Dream big, Apple recklessly. Welcome to the whimsical, wacky, and slightly weird world of All Jobs Agency, where all is not just a catchy prefix. Choose any job you want, or even make one up. Embrace yourself for the most relentless job interview of your life. A Technician's Nightmare. It is the story of an air conditioner technician who was hired to repair air conditioners in an area far from the city. And on that day, the owner of the house was busy, so he was not at home. What's strange is that in addition to air conditioning repair work, the owner asked for help in catching rats in the house and bringing them back to her, which she will add bonus money. Although it seems strange, they decided to take the job because they need the money, without knowing that something unusual had happened in this house. Gloomsday. Gloomsday is an action-packed roguelite platformer with a unique spellcasting mechanic. Your spellcasting resource is in the world around you. No mana bar is here. As you cast your gloom spells, you'll find the serene yet gloomy landscape go dark and gray, but the magic will return soon enough. The Fairway Club. Grab your clubs and get to the Fairway Club now. We have a relaxing golfing experience for any type of golfer. Hit one of our courses located all around the world, in the morning, evening, or night. You can take our boat to the Forest Islands for a secluded and quiet round of golf, or why not travel in the mountains over at Western Peaks to play surrounded by nature as far as your eyes can see. Not your cup of tea? How about the pink fields of Blossom Meadow, where the giant blossom willow trees keep you relaxed throughout your game? Shipwrecked 64. A recovered copy of a lost game from the late 1990s about a beaver named Bucky and his friends trying to escape from an island they crashed upon. Escape from Blackwood. This game simulates an escape room and a fantasy castle. The player starts in a closed dungeon and must try to escape as quickly as possible. To do this, the player can inspect, drag, throw, and interpret objects to obtain new clues to solve new puzzles. Aquarevive VR Game. Dive into Aquarevive, a VR game in a glass dome battling algal bloom pollution. Armed with a dynamic chemical ball, you must destroy illuminated targets to save the ecosystem. Face waves of challenges, testing your speed and accuracy in a race against time. Tea Night. In one of the remote cities, there are benefits for young families to move. The newly minted family decide to try their luck and move there in the hope of their happiness. They did not even anticipate what conditions would need to be fulfilled in order to stay in the city, and whether it was possible to fulfill these conditions in essence. Neon Fantasy Rodents. Neon Fantasy Rodents is the perfect puzzle game for a fun and rewarding pastime. Collect pictures, develop your attention, and feel like a part of the beautiful neon world. Mia's Hunt. In Mia's Hunt, you plunge headfirst into the heart of darkness, a dense, zombie-infested world where survival is a moment-to-moment struggle. As a 21-year-old Mia, your every step could mean the difference between life and death. Mannerheim Saloon Car. Marshall Mannerheim Saloon Car is the train carriage that was used by Carl Gustav Emil Mannerheim and his personnel in 1939 to 1946. Mannerheim was the commander-in-chief of Finland's defense forces during World War II, and later he became the president of Finland. During the Winter War between Finland and Soviet Union, Mannerheim traveled nearly 79,000 kilometers with the train. This historical train carriage is currently located in Mikkeli, Finland, where it can be visited once a year on June 4th. Pause Trail. Pause Trail is an enchanting adventure game where players guide a charming black cat through a mystical forest and unlocking secrets along the way. Experience a vivid world filled with engaging challenges and endearing forest companions. Last Stand Delivery. The sanatorium detained rich kinds of patients from crutch swordsmen to slain that sword stuck in back. Even with severe injuries, everyone is still full of passion and wants to continue fighting for their faction. They firmly believe that the only way to Valhalla is to fight to the death, but you, as an executor in a sanatorium, should follow their wishes to fight for lost honor by pushing. Send patients love, wish them well, and mind your own business. Send them to Valhalla. Harve. Harve, cultivate life, thrive, nurture your digital ecosystem in this captivating, community-driven idle game. Driving Home icide. Driving Home icide is a humorous single-player driving experience as you, the self-driving AI, must deliver your increasingly inebriated and distracting owner further nigh on the town. Complete the story mode, 30 minutes, or endless driving mode, as you survive hilariously annoying distractions. Test your reflexes as you dodge through traffic for high scores, and laugh at the hundreds of randomized voiceover lines as your owner jokes, muses, and rambles to you between destinations. Forguelike. Your choices matter in Forguelike, where you play as a frog on a mission to eat all the bugs. Level up, choose new tongues and upgrades, become unstoppable, and run straight into the swarm. Unlock all frogs, tongues, items, and chapters to become the most powerful frog in the pond.